Okay, let me hit just a couple things real quick here before I turn you loose. This week we're on Chapter 7, right? So you got Chapter 7 quiz, Chapter 7 assignment, due this Friday, right? What's coming up Saturday? Aaron's not here. Homecoming. Yeah, what's coming up Wednesday night? Volleyball, 7 o'clock, right? At the Armory. University of Providence, so the arch rivals. So, okay. Do we got other sports coming up Friday or Saturday? I don't think so then. I think so. We just got football then on Saturday. Cross country. Is that here? Cool. Now it is supposed to be a little chilly this weekend and maybe even a little snow. Huh? But yeah, it is what it is. So, sorry I was running a little bit late, but I was interviewing Kevin Hellegard, who's the owner of the Dairy Queen, for my small business management class. Yeah, Alec got a little excited when I said that, and so, but yeah, their buy one get one for 99-cent Blizzard sale only is going to go through about this weekend. So through homecoming. So if you want to get in on that, you got to get in on that yet this week. Yeah, take a buddy and go down there, and you can buy a Blizzard and get your buddy to buy his Blizzard, and then you get yours for 99 cents. That's the way to do it. So. Okay, project 2, we're moving on, right? Payroll's our next thing. Okay, I want everybody to have a little payroll. That's a requirement. Okay, little payroll. I don't care. You can pay one guy, okay, one person, a part-time person, okay, 10 hours a week or 5 hours a week. I don't care, right? Okay. Owners never put anything, okay? See this? This is row 8 where it says owners, okay? You guys don't get anything. Sorry. Okay? It's messed up, okay? I'll show you why later, okay? Owners typically don't, other than Schedule C corporations, okay? Everybody ring this up. This would be a good quiz question for Wednesday. Other than Schedule C corporations, owners typically do not pay themselves. Okay, they get what's called an owner's withdrawal, and that's going to show up on your cash flow. Okay, so when we get to the cash flow, don't worry, that's when you get to pay yourself. Don't pay yourself here. Okay, it really screws up the numbers if you put something in there. Okay, so please don't put anything in there. Just come down here, either full-time and or part-time. You know, is fine. If you don't want to have any more than one employee, that's fine too. But have at least one employee, and the reason for that, I just want you to see, again, kind of how the numbers work. It's kind of like having a little bit of debt on there. I want you to see how that flows through to your interest payments and principal payments, and et cetera, et cetera. So, oops, I meant to hit delete there. Okay. The other thing you need to do then for your employee, down here in the state of Montana, as in all other states, so you do have to pay workers' compensation insurance. Okay. They're going to calculate, they've already figured it out in here, although those numbers have changed a little bit, I think, but they've already calculated for you what the FICA withholding is, FICA withholding, which is Social Security and Medicare. Okay. But down here, workers' comp, they don't have figured. Okay. And I don't need you, again, in entrepreneurship class, I'd have you look it up and find out what it is for your industry. In this class, I'm less concerned about that. What I will tell you is this, though, is that typically, like office jobs, workers' comp's pretty cheap. Workers' comp's paying people if they get hurt on the job, right? Okay. And office people typically don't get hurt real bad on the job. They get a little tunnel carpal or carpal tunnel. Paper cut. Yeah. You get a few things like that. Yeah. It's just not as dangerous as being a roofer. Okay. Roofers, their workers' comp rates, I'll bet you are 50, 60, 70%, maybe higher. Meaning that if you're paying them $20 an hour, you're going to pay an additional 10 or 11, 12 bucks an hour probably into the workers' comp system. I'm guessing there. Logging, I think, is one of the most dangerous professions in the state, or in any state. If you're a logger, I'll bet you it's over 100%. If you're hiring people, that's probably why you see so many loggers that kind of do it independently. They're just out on their own. You know, if you were a company, if you're Stimson or whatever that gets a bunch of logs in, you're probably contracting with individuals to go out and do that because it's very difficult to hire loggers, and partly it's because of what they got to pay just in the workers' comp. So, okay, so just, you know, estimate a percentage. You know, if you've got if you're doing a lawn mowing job, you know, that's probably up there a little bit. It's probably not like logging for sure, and you know, may not be as bad as roofing. Okay. But I'll bet you, you know, if you're paying somebody to go out there and ride a lawnmower, you're probably going to pay, you know, 10, 15, 20% maybe. Okay. If you're paying somebody to do your books, you're, you know, 1 or 2%. Yeah. Yeah, the paper cuts are a concern, but you can give them Band-Aids and things like that, right? So, okay. So you do the payroll there. You know, just look and make sure it looks okay. I think a lot of people, you plug in the numbers and it's going to give you some totals. Don't be messing with any of these white things, but just kind of look at the bottom line and say, okay, that kind of makes sense. That looks all right. Then you get to years 1 and 3. Okay. Again, a lot of this stuff will carry over. We're probably going to have to make some changes here for a lot of you, and I say that because for whatever reason, they're only giving the part-time employee a 10% raise in that second year, but it says down here their Social Security and Medicare and all that's going to go up 20%, so I don't like that. I should just change this, actually. I don't know if I change that to 20%. You guys might want to just do that. Then it's going to equal up. It's probably the easiest fix. There's other ways to fix it. If you don't want to give your employees that big of a raise, and you may not, that's fine. Let me know. We just need to adjust some of the things down here then, right? Okay. The 3% here is not what the workers' comp rate is, so you don't have to mess with that. That's just saying that it'll increase by 3%. Okay, so if you're paying $10, it's going to be $10.30, right, the next year. So don't worry too much about these ones down here. This one up here, if you're going to change these amounts, let me know, and we just need to get after that. I think the other one sheet that you need to work on is going to be these operating expenses for year 1. Okay. Again, don't double up some of those that you put in the pre-startup, right? Like you had advertising maybe in the pre-startup, you might have said $500. Maybe month to month you're going to spend $50. Okay, I only want to see the $50 in here then, because that 500's already been recorded in the pre-startup, and it's actually going to amortize out over the year. Okay, the program will do that for you. Okay, so don't double up on some of those, on any of those. Okay, just make sure that this is what you're going to do. Supplies is another one that I see sometimes, right? You might have purchased $200 worth of supplies to start, but maybe month to month you're only going to need $20 worth of supplies. You know, hand towels for the bathroom and toilet paper for the bathroom or something, right? Okay, those types of things. So if you got questions, just ask me, right? Let's do it right first time. Once again, check it out. All the white stuff down here is going to fill in for you. Okay, it'll do. So don't be messing around. If you start messing around with white cells, then I slap your hands, right? Because that gets to cause all kinds of problems. Kind of look, you know, does that look about right? It gives you a pretty good list of possible expenses here. Okay. You may come up with some others. Here's one exception to changing white cells. If you had, you know, if you had a certain one that's specific for your industry and you wanted to change this miscellaneous to a different label, that's okay. If you didn't have travel, meals, and entertainment, and you wanted to change that to something that's more specific to your industry, again, that's okay there too. So, okay, so you could change those labels if you had to, but you know, you're not messing with the formulas at least then. Okay. Those are the next two. There's also videos that goes into better detail about that, so feel free, or in fact, don't just feel free, I implore you to kind of watch those videos as you're working along on getting those things done. Do I have these set to be due this Friday as well? Don't think so? Okay, I probably will. So again, it's a lot bigger spreadsheets here, but there's not that many things that you guys really have to fill in. Little hint, right? If you're going to spend $100 a month advertising, you don't have to plug $100 into each month. You can put $100 here. You kind of got to click out and then click back. Again, grab this, left click, drag it out. $100 a month. Okay, it does the math for you and everything, so it's kind of nice. So you can use those shortcuts. If you got questions about the shortcuts or whatever, just let me know. Okay. Any questions? Questions about Aaron?
Is this lecture going to be on live Twitter?
I'll have it recorded and I'll send this out. Yeah, yeah. Lecture. I'm only in 12 minutes. That's not much of a lecture. But,
Yeah, hell's
oh, okay. Yeah, it'll be available. So, and I think that's all that's required next for Project One. So get after that. I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably set that up and have it due this Friday so that we can continue on. Because we're getting, heck, this is the 5th week. This is the start of the 5th week, right? So we only got a couple more weeks. And we want to try to be done here with Project One so we can kind of get started then. Project Two, 2 or 3 more weeks, get done with Project One. So, okay. So this will be due this Friday. No other questions? Homecoming Saturday, volleyball Wednesday. Buy one, get one for 99-cent sale at Dairy Queen's all this week. I got to advertise for Kevin. He was nice enough to come in and let me interview him for class. So, okay. Good enough. I'll sign off here, and you guys can get after your work.